First I would like to remove this bridge, and this is the only piece attached to it with that one. The click is loose. There we go. So it's on there. That's not attached to anything. I think it's clear now to lift the bridge. And you can see it's been some time since these wheels were cleaned. And finger marks here. That's why we use finger cots, latex, not to leave any marks. I find it interesting that there's no play in this one and quite some play in this one. And let me see. It is wound here in the middle, so the force of power is distributed evenly. So that is really interesting. But then again, there was a screw missing underneath the dial. The click spring was missing. In a perfect situation, no play but moving freely. So just enough to keep it centered. But if there's play like this, I use this very often, so I really hope I don't bore the regular viewers, but it's the easiest way to explain. If you got a ship and it's going like this on the waves, the mast is doing like this. The same way with the main barrel. If there's a tiny bit of play in the arbor, the whole barrel, because it's huge, is going like this. And here it's touching the bridge or the main plate, and then you lose so much amplitude and power from the mainspring. So it's essential that these holes are in perfect condition. And if you're into this and you want to learn a bit more, we've made a video, Hammer Time, in reducing hole sizes. And it's on the Chronoglide YouTube channel. And yeah, if you're into this, I hope it's useful. Very worn. The teeth here are extremely worn. And we already saw that this should be one piece. These teeth and this pinion. So this is the reason why the winding didn't work. And that is extremely worn. And what is interesting is that the sliding pinion isn't worn and the winding pinion is. Do you see that? These teeth are completely flat and these are, well, still a tiny bit pointy. So we have to maybe make here, this completely broken. This can never be detached. So that's the reason why the winding didn't work. And even the teeth here are extremely worn. Hey, and there is a teeth broken. We've got the root cause for what that it wasn't functioning. Here's the teeth completely missing. I hope it's visible. And again, I'll try to show you and explain. there is a broken teeth. And a watch movement, if it's well maintained, everything is so well thought out, in balance, that a broken teeth is a symptom of something is wrong. It's not the main reason why this movement wasn't working, because if you have to wind it so incredibly hard, something else is wrong with the movement, and then the teeth breaks. It's not that the movement is broken because the teeth is broken here. Something else was wrong, and that took so much force that because of that the teeth was broken. That's never the main cause. It's an overload fracture. Gepesco. Perfect, ik had het niet mooier kunnen verwoorden. That's it. So this is a symptom of something. Usually there is done something wrong in the gear train. So the gear train is stuck or there's something wrong. And then you overwind it, but you cannot really overwind at least a watch movement. Well, you have to be a real brute to do that. So I think there's something else going on here. But interesting. And that one side is worn and the other side isn't. Now you can see it. One side is pointed there and one side isn't. So I don't think... Hey Rien, leuk dat je bij bent man. En MacGyver, hi there. I don't think the sliding pinion and winding pinion are from the same age. Well, I already disassembled the Canon pinion, so now this center wheel should come off. Yeah. And that's strange, the pinions look beautiful, it seems well maintained. And this was the wheel still with the smaller pivots. And this wheel has got a longer pivot because it's the second hand on the dial side. So I needed the clearance to take out the wheel, and that's why I did it like this. Huge barrel. Hey, that is interesting. Look at this. That shouldn't be there. It's even the wrong side of the movement. There is no way whatsoever that this could end up here, except for a watchmaker that was slightly off the ball. That part should be on the other side of the movement, on the hour wheel. So that is interesting. And even if you can see the fingerprints on here, we can even see the watchmaker that, or find the watchmaker who was doing that. Well, I don't blame anybody, because I still think everybody's doing their best, but that was a bit, well, and now there is enough space to lift out this fourth wheel, het secondenrad. So now I'll be removing these screws, take out the bridge, and then all the wheels are off or out. Here we have the wheel with the elongated pivot underneath. You see that slightly bent. Wow. Should be okay, but so now you see why I needed some clearance to take it out. And I think, again, not to blame everybody, that a previous watchmaker tried to remove this one first, which you can't, and try to, well, lever it out a bit, and then the pivot was slightly bent. Oh well. And now it's been a very long time since this movement has seen some lubrication. This might be a real problem. Why it wasn't functioning. A cracked jewel, or a chipped jewel, sorry about that. Maybe I can show you with our X-ray trick. And if it's cracked or chipped, you'll see it immediately.